Hey everyone, it's Adele and April from Just Say Scrap, and we are here with Technique Tuesday. So today we are actually realized that we never did this technique. Super simple technique, but actually is very, very, very useful. And we think it goes with last week's technique, so we're excited to see how all of it throws together on Thursday. Not this Thursday. We have still 2 weeks until Throw Together Thursday. But we are planning ahead, and we think this will look really, really cool together. So make sure you check out our video to see what we're doing.
All right, so here we are again with our pink colors here. So we've got our Ballerina, Mulberry, and Wildberry. And this is a pretty simple technique. You probably know this, but we kind of wanted to point it out for people that don't know. So our inks are water-based. We do say this a lot. So just remember that they are water-based, and there are actually some really cool things that we can do with them because they are water-based. So I'm going to push those two to the side, and I'm going to use the Ballerina right now. So when you open up your pad, remember that our ink, when you open it up, the ink is actually on the top, because that way when you open it, the pad is sitting like this. That's why you always want to store them like this, and the ink is actually coming to the top of the surface. If you leave an ink pad like this, that's how they dry out, because the ink then goes to the bottom of the pad, and then you don't have the ink anymore. So that's why they always sit on top of the stamp pad, and they are supposed to be stored like this. And when you open them, we've got this cool cover here, right? Well, there's nothing on my cover right now, but if I take this and I squeeze towards the center, gotta give it a little bit of a firm squeeze there. I now have, see the little bit of ink that's on there? And we can actually take that. I actually have some extra French vanilla here. And I have our water brushes. So I'm going to take the bigger one, the medium round right now. So it's got a little dot on there. I always have my extra paper towel here just in case. Ooh, and there's no water in this. So let me go fill these two up actually. Just so you're aware, they are super, super easy to fill up. That's just some dye I got on my one. But basically all you do is it's a twist top, and just run some water under it, and then voila, you're full. So like I said, I'm going to take that medium round, and I always take a paper towel or something and make sure that it's clean when I first start. That also tests if there's water in it. And what we're going to do here is you just take a little bit of that water. You could either drop it onto your ink pad or just use this brush. If you are using just a regular paintbrush, I would suggest just having some water. So I can just kind of take it with my brush here and just right on to my French vanilla. And see how it very subtly picks up that color? You get a really nice looking brush there. And I can squeeze this out. So I just wanted to kind of show you how awesome that is. And then if you need more, you just squeeze again. And it's water-based, so it not gonna get harmed by that water that was there. And then I could just pick up that ink again and make it darker. So this is always a fun technique to do if you want to journal or anything like that, and you kind of want to make the space a little bit more full of color or something. Just let this dry. You can always do this on water paper as well, but because we did last week with the French vanilla, I wanted to stick with that. So now I'm going to take the mulberry and do the same thing. And then our last color is the Wildberry. And that's basically our technique, just taking some water and using our inks to create color. You could always do this in an ombre effect as well, kind of layering them on top of each other. You can mix them together too. That would be really pretty. I'll do that quickly while I continue to talk. So those are some quick techniques that you could also do. Another thing that you can do is you can actually use these for watercoloring. So if you use our intense black ink and stamp something in the intense black ink, you can actually then take this as a watercoloring technique instead of using our color pencils or the watercolor paints. You can just use this instead, because if you're trying to match something specifically on your layout or your project, or trying to match a paper pack specifically, you can just use the ink color, and that way the flower or whatever that you are trying to color in will be the exact same color. So that's just a fun little trick and hack for matching our colors. I know we do have a color chart with our watercolors that you can match up some colors, but this is an easier trick. So I just did the ballerina there again, and now I'm gonna take the mulberry and I'm gonna take our small round and just add a little bit to it. So I get those much lighter streaks, and it's a little bit more chaotic with the smaller one because it's not as spread out. But that is our watercolor painting with our ink pads.
And that's Technique Tuesday. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below. But I think it looks really cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All of our different things. So the ballerina, the mulberry, and the wild berry ink, I think they just go really, really well together. So we're excited to use this technique to throw it together Thursday when we do that. But yeah, it's just a really super simple technique. Like we said, this can be used for just a design element on a page. If you just have a blank background and maybe you want to add some color, like let's say you're using Harbor and you can't think of what to do on the background, just take the Harbor ink and throw a little bit of splatter on it. You can actually, I didn't even do it during the thing, you can actually take it like a shimmer brush and splatter paint with it too, which would be a really cool thing to do. But you can use it, you know, for journaling and anything like that. So yeah, and that is our technique painting with our inks. All right, we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.
If I stand this close, I'm immersed.
You have to, when I put the lights on, the couch went away.
I am very bright. It's not working. I also need to fix my hair. Do you see this? Wild thing. Do I look like a boy?
No, you don't look like a boy. You never look like a boy.
What?
Looks short, but your hair looks short. It looks fine. Looks like you chopped it all off. I don't want to.
Look! I immersed!
You immersed and I demersed. I don't know what happened. I'm gone. Ooh, I only have half a face. It's weird. I am looking weird. Getting on my head. I'm about to go, ooh.
I got cut off. Stay in your seat, lady.
I can't.
Yeah, that's our technique where we painted with our watercolor inks. Well, no.
No? Yeah, no? Which way? I gotta come back out of space. I'm floating.
Oh no.
I'm not into this immersible backgrounds here.
Can I finish my statement?
Oh, sorry. Wait, no. You may proceed.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Floating in space.
Stay on the ground.
Can you stop? You look like an Oompa Loompa.
I feel like an
Oh, and you're gone. I have one more sentence to say.
I just can't get it.
From space.
From space.
Oh my god.